Morning, all. All right, so starting off today, we're getting into the East. I figured why not start with the New York Rangers? New York Rangers, an up and coming team, going through some changes in the offseason, absolutely, and we'll see how things turn out for them this coming season. The last 5 years, of course, there was the retool, and now we're seeing the benefits of that retool. 2017, 2018, 34, 39, and 9 record for them. So 5 games below NHL 500. 21st in goals for and 28th in goals against. And this is right around the time where they're telling their fans, yeah, we're going to be going through some stuff. 2018, 2019, that stuff continues. 32, 36, and 14. They're 22nd in goals for. They're 24th in goals against. 2019, 2020, I jumped on the bandwagon. They finished 37, 28, and 5, and I thought they were a fun, exciting team to watch. They were 5th in goals for, 24th in goals against. The exciting teams are usually pretty good at scoring, might have problems keeping the puck out of their net. 2020, 2021, they finished 27, 23, and 6. They missed the playoffs in 2021. They were 11th in goals for, though, and 14th in goals against. And I thought really the reason they missed the playoffs was the division they were in was incredibly difficult. And so I thought maybe they overcorrected in the 2021 offseason. I was wrong. 21-22 season, they finished 52, 24, and 6. 52 wins is a lot. And they finished 16th in goals for, 2nd in goals against. So right around average in goal scoring, and one of the better teams in the league at keeping the puck out of the net because Igor Shesterkin has become really godlike in Ranger circles, and I think the playoff run has only added to that. So this is a team that's had an embarrassment of riches in net over the last, I'll say, 30 plus years, and it continues. They usually have one excellent goaltender back there, whether it's Richter, Van Beesbrook, of course. They had both for a while there, Lundqvist, and now we're in the Shesterkin era. So yeah, the Rangers have had some good goaltenders. Their best month this past year was March, where they were 11-4. Worst month, and honestly, they were good every month. I went with April, where they were 8-5-1. But really, they were good every month. Their exits, it's a long list here. Ryan Strome, who we kind of saw the writing on the wall with Strome. Andrew Kopp, who they tried to keep, but it ends up that he goes to Detroit. Frank Vetrano, who I think they probably tried to hold on to, but their cap space would have held some of those offers back. Kevin Rooney, who's gone to the Flames. Patrick Nemeth is gone, and Alexander Georgiev, of course, is off to the Avalanche, which means they needed some new faces, starting with Vinnie Trojek. Vinnie Trojek is that number 2 center that I think they'll be really comfortable with. I think they're going to like him a lot. With Trojek, his scoring doesn't tell you how effective he is. He is. What I'm saying is he's better than his point totals and his goal totals might tell you. Ryan Carpenter added to the list, as well as Yaroslav Halak is now the backup to Igor Shesterkin. Now Halak's coming off of back-to-back down seasons. He is older. I do wonder how this is going to turn out. Is Shesterkin going to play 65-plus games this year? It'll be interesting to find out, because it is Shesterkin and Halak that are very likely the tandem in net. Kincaid, who was their number 3 for a while there, he has moved on, so we'll see how things turn out. Now, down the middle, this team is pretty good. Mika Zibanejad, excellent forward. I'll talk about Mika again later on in this preview. Vinnie Trojek, as I mentioned, excellent second-line center there. Philip Hedl, if they keep the kid line together going into this season, I think that could be really smart. And then you're going to be moving guys around. Barclay Goodrow, 4th-line center. And honestly, Goodrow gave them everything they could have wanted that first year in New York, and their playoff success would tell you they're probably quite happy with his contract at this point. So how does the channel feel about the New York Rangers? Well, optimistic. Both channels are optimistic. There's 63% of the Hockey Guy channel has them first or second. It is 75% on the Entertainment Guy channel. Third or fourth, it's a switch here. It's 29% on the Hockey channel have them third or fourth, 19% on the Entertainment Guy channel. And then things are almost identical when it comes to fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth. Fifth or sixth, 4% of the Hockey channel, 3% of the Entertainment Guy channel. Seventh or eighth, 3% of the Hockey Guy channel, 4% of the Entertainment Guy channel. 23,000 plus votes on the New York Rangers on the Entertainment or on Hockey Guy. 1,300 votes plus on the Entertainment Guy. There, I got through it. We got there. Now, cup odds. Normally I go to OddsShark. Right now I'm getting a server error with OddsShark, so their site seems to be down. So I went to one of the next ones that comes up, which is covers.com, which tells me that the New York Rangers are a plus 2,000. They're not a, prohibitive favorite, but they're in that top 10, and I think Ranger fans will probably be happy with that. Cap space, $1,008,531 is the current cap space according to Cap Friendly, which I think they're fine with. I think their lineup is basically the one that they want to start the season. I don't think there's any other areas they're looking to address. Their blue line is excellent. Their top four defense, they've got Ryan Lindgren and Adam Fox playing together. These guys have been together a long time, pre-NHL even. Keiondre Miller and Jacob Trouba. Trouba, there's a lot of discussion about Trouba, who's now the captain, of course, and elbows and dirty hits and everything. Trouba rides that line. This is why I've mentioned this before. If Scott Stevens was playing hockey now, he would not be a popular player because he knew how to ride that line too. And with Trouba, that seems to be what it is. That he'll throw hits that we as fans may find questionable, but the NHL looks at and says it's not warranting a suspension or a fine. It's right on that line. Keiondre Miller, one of the better defensive defensemen that people don't talk about. I think as he gets older, that's only going to get more and more apparent just how good he is on that blue line. So that top four is relatively young by top four standards, very strong, and second in goals against, in part because of Shesterkin and in part because that top four on the blue line is very good. This bodes well for the New York Rangers' future. Breakthrough candidates, I went with Vitaly Kravtsov, who they've brought back. I went with Kravtsov and, of course, Alexi Lefranier. Lafreniere is going to be a star player in this league. I always thought they'd probably move him back to center when the time was ready and he was good to go, if they felt like he was going to flourish there, but he's still playing on the wing. And at this point, there's been no indication that he's not going to play on the wing anytime soon. But he had 19 goals last season. I think he's primed for at least 25 this season. And again, they brought Kravtsov back. I would think they'll give him an opportunity to succeed. The coach behind the bench, of course, is Gerard Gallant. Gallant helping to turn this team around last season. GM is Chris Drury, who's made the right decisions all the way through. Again, we'll see if going from Georgiev as the backup to Halak as the backup is going to help or hurt. We'll see. Halak definitely has the experience, though. But yeah, so I like the job Chris Drury's done. Now, their leader in goals this past season was Chris Kreider, 52 goals. Ridiculously good season from Kreider. Mika Zibanejad had 29. Zibanejad with 29. I know there's a 40-goal season there for Zibanejad. Again, I think he can get back to some of the goal-scoring exploits he'd shown in previous seasons. I think 29 for him is the low end. Now, assists-wise, Artemi Panarin was 74. One of the better pure passers in the league. And Adam Fox with 63 assists. Yep. Only last season where we saw so many defensemen having ridiculous years would Fox with 63 assists not be top three for the Norris Trophy. But that's where we're at. Special teams, they were 25.2% effective on the power play. They were 82.3% effective on the penalty kill. This is a very well-run team. And special teams show that as well. So the combined number is 107.5. So that's a pretty good number overall. And really with the Rangers, it is hard to find a number and say, well, this is a problem. This could be an issue for them this year. So as long as the changes in the lineup don't have a negative impact, and I mean, honestly, there really wasn't anybody who left that we didn't think was going to go, other than Kopp, who again they tried to hold on to. This coming season, expiring contracts, there's not a lot here to be concerned with either. Ryan Reeves, good fourth-line player. Sure, if they want to keep him, they can, but it's not going to hurt their cap situation going forward. Sammy Blake, looking forward to seeing Sammy Blake healthy again and him showing the Rangers fans why the Rangers would go out and get him. I don't think that it'll ever make up for losing Buchnevich, but they would have had trouble keeping Buchnevich with the salary cap as it was anyways. Dryden Hunt, Ryan Carpenter, Yaroslav Halak, all basically just this year, and then they're done. Now, Dryden Hunt, I like the player, but he's fourth-line depth player. Carpenter, same thing. And again, with Halak, at this point, I believe 36 years of age. 1-year contract is basically what he's looking at from NHL teams going forward. But this is a really a good opportunity for Halak to bounce back. he's going to be behind a much better defense than he was behind in Vancouver. And I say that as a guy who thinks Vancouver's defense is a little bit underrated. But yeah, with the Rangers, this is a chance to maybe move into that realm of top contenders. And if they can finish with a record like last year and go just as far in the playoffs, they will be seen then as, bona fide contenders. I think there's that, okay, they did it 1 year, can they do it again kind of aspect to it. There's no reason to think they can't. There really isn't. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding the New York Rangers. How do you feel about the moves they made in the offseason? How do you feel about this team going forward? Again, I think the optimistic side of things, I think it's completely justified that you've got 92%, 94%. It's weird how the percentages all work out. Sometimes you look at it and you're like, that's 101, 102%. Anyways, but at any rate, the optimism is high. It's over 90% on both channels. And I think it's justified. I do. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. How are they going to do in the Metro? Are we going to see 5 in the Metro, 3 in the Atlantic, or 4 and 4, or what's going to happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.